Okay, we've titled this short conversation. We're doing it for about 15 minutes. We've titled this Ab Ki Baar. We thought it got boring to think of 22,000, 23,000, 25,000. So हमने बोला इस बार अब की बार 50,000, right? Because we're talking about decadal themes, right? So let's start off whether or not, if we are saying that this is India's decade, are we indeed looking at Nifty अब की बार 50,000? Any of you can start.
की बात 50,000.
50,000.
50,000 तो होगा ही ना भाई.
हाँ.
I mean, you give 5-6 years, it will happen.
Brilliant. So
Yeah,
इस decade
I think it was 6 to 7. Yeah, this decade for sure. For sure, it
Okay.
must happen.
Why this confidence?
Because if you see last 40 years numbers, we have grown at about 12 to 14%. Good times we grow at about 14%. Bad times we grow at about 12. So even if you take 12, 6 years you are through. 6 years will be 40, 42, and maybe another year or so. So by 2030, 31, you are.
Are you setting targets higher, Mr. Agrawal?
No, I'm not setting targets, but this is what I expect.
Are you setting your expectations higher then? If 50,000 is a given.
Yeah, so you must keep because markets are pricey, and you should always have low expectation for happiness. If you keep expectation at 15, 17, that's an option, that is the biggest option in Indian equities today. If you don't buy, you don't get that free option, coupon of earning at 15, 17 or 20%. When you buy with expectation of 12, it will make you very happy if you do 13, 14.
1.5 billion dreams chasing an economic might of $30 trillion in next 2 decades or so. Surely there will be innovation, there will be disruption, and equity markets are in for a very long and high dose of steroids for a very, very long time. Do you share that dream, and how convinced are you about that?
I think we have been the frontline believers in India's story. If you see, we've been coming here for 20 years, even speaking to all you guys. So there is no question of we not believing in this dream. And I would say that everything is really falling in place for India. You have a very stable and a progressive government. We had a very good mandate from the state elections. You know, you had a $4 trillion GDP, $4 trillion market cap. And for all around, most importantly, the place which we have acquired in the globe and the interest which is there about India, even among the foreigners, is all pointing towards, very bright future. I've already gone and said that for equity investors, we don't need 25 years. I think the next 5 years is going to be Amrit Kal, as I call it.
How cool. Mr. Shah, come in. There's so many people who are talking about this opinion that of the 70 countries or thereabouts, I heard this opinion yesterday from Pankaj Murarka, who's in the audience, that of the 70 odd countries which are going for election next year, the one nation which everybody will look at, which has got both economic growth and political continuity, is India. How important is that from what we do in the near term? Is that one big step towards indices going higher, GDP growing higher?
So leadership does make a difference. When Rahul Dravid was captain of Indian cricket team versus when Tendulkar was captain of Indian cricket team versus when Mahendra Singh Dhoni became the captain, the team composition remained virtually the same. But Dhoni made India #1 cricket team in the world. And it's not true about India alone. There was a very, very mediocre British player called Mike Brierley, but he was a brilliant captain. In the SCs, Australians were winning, and Ian Botham as a captain was total failure. Boom, the selectors chose Mike Brierley as a captain, and they turned around. This was probably the first match where England won despite having they were put into second inning again. So after innings follow on, they were the first team to win. So leadership always makes a difference. We have seen that in sports. The same is true in politics also.
Yeah, and you reckon that will kind of keep both, not just from a foreign institutional investors perspective, but even from companies which want to invest into India? Because the last 12 months that I've spoken to all of you have told me that there is a beeline of companies out there wanting to make their presence felt into India. Google making its largest headquarters outside US in Hyderabad, Foxconn making their large investment. Does all of this help?
So undoubtedly, there is shift of China plus one happening. But we have to go and capture the opportunities. In the past also people have come to invest in India, but we didn't capture the opportunity as much. For example, Samsung came to India long before they had looked at other countries. Today they make in India and sell almost in India and some exports. They do run world's single largest location mobile factory in Noida, Uttar Pradesh. But despite being largest consumer durable company in India, the turnover is about 1 lakh crore. They went to Vietnam much after coming to India. They make in Vietnam to sell all over the world. Today their turnover in Vietnam is about 5 lakh crore. They contribute about 28% to Vietnam's GDP. Is Vietnam 5 times bigger than India? Answer is no, they are 1/12 our size. So we had in the past gotten companies like Samsung, but we didn't lay a red carpet like Vietnam so that they'll make in India and sell all over the world. We have to ensure that we repeat what we did with Suzuki. Suzuki came to India in the 80s. They are the largest automobile company in India. They are the largest automobile exporter out of India. And we did so well for Suzuki that Maruti Suzuki's market cap at $40 billion is more than twice their parent, Suzuki, which owns half of Maruti. So effectively, we have ensured that Suzuki's market cap is only Maruti Suzuki and everything else is free. So what we did with Suzuki, we should do with every other foreign company. What we did with Samsung, we should rectify.
Both of you are nodding your heads in agreements. I would love to understand from you about that. Also, the vibrancy of the entrepreneurship. I know Niyati has a question around that, but just the vibrancy of entrepreneurship, because I know all of you are private market investors. At least both of you are certainly private market investors betting on young entrepreneurs. How amazed are you with what's happening with the advent of young entrepreneurs who are making such fantastic businesses and giving investors like you an opportunity to invest in them and make them big?
Yeah, one of the things we are saying is that morale of all the entrepreneurs are high. I mean, they have day-to-day challenges, but it's just that spirits are high. And in that high spirit, you can win a lot more. And one of the things which struck me is that when I went to IIM Ahmedabad this time for some program, and the recruiter told me that nobody wants to appear for a foreign company work. 100% people, they want to come and stay here.
Wow.
That's stunning. And the companies do come, but they don't want to be interviewed. So that much is the kind of a change. The young people, those who want to make career here, not only in entrepreneurship, even to take a high-end job, they would like to prefer India rather than foreign destinations.
Wow.
I think this is one very important point which you raised, Neeraj. This is a very decisive change. Like, when we started our career, being business leader and making money was privilege of very few people. Like, very few people could set up industries. You could actually count them on fingers. But if you see the kind of wealth creation which has happened, and by the people, widespread people, it has happened in the last 15, 20 years. More specifically, I would say in last 10 years. Also speaks about the leadership and where the leadership wants India to take. All these initiatives like Startup India and all, that has gone a really long way. And today there is an increasing trend, which at least I am observing. A lot of very, very senior people from companies, they want to resign and want to start off their own business because they know that it's a lot of value creation, which is... and talking about investors, I just want to highlight one point. If you look at what top 25 American companies have said, what they want to do in India, each one of them making taller claim than the other ones. But where are the top 25 investors of America? There is not one guy who is present with full force.
Sure.
Right? So I think the the potential is large, and a lot of these people will have to come and invest here.
Let's hope so.
नीलेश जी, आप स्टार्टअप इंडिया पर कितना भरोसा करते हैं? स्टार्टअप्स, क्योंकि इस आसमान में गुब्बारे बहुत हैं लेकिन बहुत जल्दी फूट भी रहे हैं.
सो जैसे पूनम के बाद अमास आती है, तेजी के बाद मंदी आती है, वैसे स्टार्टअप में सक्सेस और फेलियर का आना जाना तो बना रहेगा. एंड स्टार्टअप के लिए मैं सिर्फ इतना कहना चाहूंगा, जो अभी शांतनु नारायण जो अडोबे के सीईओ थे, उन्होंने कहा कि अगर मैं आज के भारत में पैदा हुआ होता तो हैदराबाद छोड़ के अमेरिका कभी नहीं जाता. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 के दशक में टैलेंट को, जैसे मधु भाई ने बताया, बाहर जाना पड़ा अपॉर्चुनिटी के लिए. तो आज वही टैलेंट फॉर्च्यून 500 कंपनी दुनिया में रन कर रही है. अब वो टैलेंट भारत में रह रहा है. क्या चांसेस है कि आने वाले समय की फॉर्च्यून 500 कंपनीज ये लोग इंडिया से चलाएंगे? इट्स क्वाइट लाइकली. 45% of medicines consumed by Americans by volume is made in India. Highest number of US FDA plants outside of America are in India. And the highest number of US FDA approved plant in one single city is not in America, but it's in Hyderabad. तो ये डोमिनेशन तो हमें दिख रहा है कि भारत में ऐसी कई कंपनीज बनेगी, स्टार्टअप्स की वजह से और नॉन स्टार्टअप की वजह से, दोनों मिला के जो कल की फॉर्च्यून 500 कंपनीज होगी.
Okay. So Niyati, you had an idea of a pepper round. You want to do that?
Oh yes, I can do that. I mean, मैं pepper round को moderate करती हूँ. It's like a rapid fire question. एक छोटा छोटा सवाल पूछेंगे आप सभी लोगों से. एक सवाल हमने already touch upon कर लिया है. Equity या entrepreneurship? किस पे bet करते हैं आप?
I'm doing entrepreneurship out of equity.
आप मधु जी, खुद का पैसा लगाएं या दूसरे के बिजनेस में पैसा लगा करके और कमाएं?
हम तो खुद के बिजनेस, दूसरों के ऊपर ही पैसा लगाते हैं. When we invest in the markets, of course, we are betting on entrepreneurs, right?
नीलेश जी,
मेरा धंधा सबसे अलग है. मैं दूसरों से इक्विटी लेता हूँ और एंटरप्रेन्योर्स पर लगाता हूँ.
ओके. इलेक्शंस आने वाले हैं, ब्रूट मेजॉरिटी या कोलिशन की सरकार?
ऐसा भी क्वेश्चन है अभी भी. I think one of the best thing is that I thought the now May is just a process, in the sense that we are done with the elections. In this election, mandate is clear, 99%. You are through with the May also, so people will move on, at least prepone somewhat the preparation for post May outcomes.
Do we have a majority here?
I think Modi ji has proven one thing. इलेक्शन में उनको हराना मुश्किल ही नहीं, नामुमकिन है.
नीलेश जी,
2029 की बात आज करना थोड़ा जल्दी नहीं हो जाए?
3 smart answers, yeah?
Yeah,
Last
very,
question.
very smart. Okay. तो when will Nifty? I know आज हमारा पैनल का डिस्कशन है 50,000 कब होगा, but when will Nifty reach where Sensex is right now?
It's just a number in the sense that, 3x is again, another 2-3 years type. It has been such a fantastic run. If you see, there is always after 6-7 years, there is a very rapid rise and then there is a collapse. And then all the, corrections happen. But if you look at 15-20 year run, it just goes at about 12-13%. So 72 divided by 12 is about 6 years. You can do your numbers.
Yep.
3x is like, first 6 years and then another 3 years. You'll be done.
I think we can all guess the direction. We can never guess the time. It's very unrealistic to say that, when will we reach 70,000 Nifty, but the direction is clear. We'll reach 70,000 and we may reach even beyond that in our lifetime, right? The other important thing I can say, that the pace of wealth creation, what we have seen in last 10 years, I am quite confident next 10 years will be much larger.
Wow. Reji.
India Amrit Kal of India.
Okay.
अच्छा, हम एक छोटा सा एक
We
और
have 30 seconds.
Okay, 30 seconds. What does money means to you personally? One. Quick answer.
What does money mean to you?
What does
personally?
money mean to you?
Quick
We all
10
love
second
money.
answer.
We have a campaign. What does money mean to you?
Money is everything, yeah. Like, apart from health, It's all money, you know.
Perfect. So apart from health, it's all money. Mr. Kela?
I think to me personally, it means ability to make a real difference, you know, in lives of other people. If you have money, possibly you can do that.
Mr. Shah?
I'll just quote a couplet. Gamtu malye to gunje na bhariye, gamta no kariye gulal. If you have a lot of money in your pocket, don't put it into your pocket, spread it out.
Okay, wow. I'm a Gujarati, but I still took time to understand that. But thank you so much for explaining it. And thank you so much from all of us to the esteemed panel for joining it today and giving us your thoughts. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you.